Well, here we are on YouTube. Nathan, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Just great. How are you doing, Ryan?
Great, Nathan. I'm doing fantastic. Well, if you want to hear our thoughts about One Direction as a band, how they're formed, our feeling on boy bands in general, check out our other direction. Our first video that we did called You and I. Basically, Ryan was like, look, these kids can sing live. They're very talented. I get the attraction. They're good-looking kids. Of course, the girls are going to like it. Nathan then just gave I wouldn't say the good cop, bad cop. That was my good cop. The bad cop version of that is, because of that, Nathan and I aren't drawn to that. Why would we be drawn to 5 teenage boys singing? It would be kind of weird. And we don't know if we're being trolled by our supporter who paid for this request. That's Brian. Brian, thank you so much. This is another performance from the band. It's called Steal My Girl.
Steal My Girl.
Steal My Girl. Okay. There we go. Steal My Girl from One Direction.
So, One Direction. Here it goes. Let's see it.
Again, a live performance. That's good. They're singing live.
Is that girl wearing like a...
Let me sing it. I got it all cause she is the one. Her mom calls me love, her dad calls me son. Alright. Alright. I know for sure. Everybody wanna steal my girl. Everybody wanna take her heart away. Couple billion in the whole wide world. Find another one 'cause she belongs to me. Everybody wanna steal my girl. Everybody wanna take her heart away. Couple billion in the whole wide world.
We got a choir back there. Okay. It's kind of cool. I like the choir singing.
Pretty sure it's a backing track choir, but
Oh, it might be. I don't know. I think you're sounding too short, Nathan. Don't be so hard on
okay. I can't help it. I'm sorry.
Well, tone it down a little bit. People are paying money for this.
I'm a white straight guy that watching a bunch of boys dance on stage. It's hard. Sorry. I'm trying.
Everybody wanna steal my girl. Everybody wanna take her heart away. Couple billion.
So there's 5 of them?
I think so.
So why are they dancing on a 4?
Everybody wanna steal my girl. Everybody wanna take her heart away. Couple billion in the whole wide world. Find another one 'cause she belongs to me. Oh yeah. She knows I don't ever let her down before. She knows that I'm never gonna let another take her love from me now. Everybody wanna steal my girl. Everybody wanna take her heart away. Couple billion in the whole wide world. Sing it. Find another one 'cause she belongs to me. Everybody wanna steal my girl.
Well, maybe it is 4 members, Nathan. They used to have 5. Maybe we saw an older performance.
Oh. There's, I think there's 5 on stage, isn't there? Or maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it says here members 4, but past member they had 5.
Oh, okay.
So maybe they changed it to 4. Okay, so we'll ask those questions now. Yeah, so let us know in the comments below. I don't remember the first performance we saw in 2014. Maybe they had 5 at one point. I swear I counted 5, but you're right. There's 4 now.
I counted 5, yeah.
Okay, so there you go. So a guy named Zayn Malik, he left the band, I guess, maybe. Now, Nathan, we don't need the comments from people getting mad at us. So I don't. The disclaimer is, of course, this isn't in our wheelhouse. We get it. We get it. You and I don't listen to we're rock and roll metal guys, whatever. Like, we don't listen to One Direction. I'm really trying hard. Not trying hard. I am actually just looking at it via, if my daughter, I have an 8-year-old daughter, I could take her to this show. I'm just looking at it through her eyes. That's how I'm enjoying this. These are young, talented kids. Of course, their core audience is going to be, yes, females within their age bracket, probably as young as my daughter, maybe from 8 years old to 22 or whatever these guys' ages were. But that's been the case for all boy bands. And so that's not really new to me. I knew that going into, of course, that's their fan base. We talked before we started recording, is what I'm trying to get. We already knew this wasn't going to be our thing, but we have to look at it objectively. Can they sing? Yes. They have a live band playing with them. It's a live band. Great. They have good stage presence. And what I like about them, this is me just saying, I'm not trying to placate the commenters. I'm actually just being honest here, is that they play clean too. They're not gratuitous. Their lyrics are easy. There's no offensiveness to it. Like, you could take your 8-year-old daughter and she'd have a great time at the show. And to me as a father, I'm like, that's fun. That's fine. It's harmless. What are they? But to speak to them, I just Googled them while we were listening to that song. They were huge. I've heard of the band.
I know they were huge. Yeah.
I didn't even know they were as big as they were, is what I'm getting. 70 million copies sold of records.
Yeah.
Making them one of the top-selling bands of all time in this short stint together. 4 world tours. I don't know what the reasons were for the breakup. I'm not going to go over all that, but looks like, or if maybe they haven't broken up, but it looks like, according to Wikipedia, it says years active. It ends in 2016, 2017. They're big enough that even I, mini boomer Ryan, knew who Harry Styles was. But I didn't know that Harry Styles was a One Direction member. So there you go. He's like the Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake was in NSYNC, I think, and he became a solo artist. He's more popular as Justin than he was. So I think Harry Styles is kind of like the new Justin. Because Justin's our age, if you can believe it,
Yeah.
Anyway,
as I listen to you, I'm starting to realize that, like, I have to recuse myself from commenting because I have a serious bias against boy bands. For me to, like, comment, it's hard to, like, take that bias and put it over here on the shelf.
Okay, well, take away the bias. Take away the bias. Just talk about the performance. We get it. I don't like boy band. I don't listen to boy bands. I'm just looking at it. I'm totally looking at it like to be an objective observer to the performance.
The performance seemed pretty, like, standard, I guess. I don't know. And if I were to go and watch just a performance and go, like, all that stuff aside that I feel about boy bands, it's an okay performance.
Yeah, it was okay. It was actually, it didn't blow me away at all. And in fact, if I was to criticize something about the 2 performances we've seen so far from them, is they're not really dancing. Even like New Kids on the Block and NSYNC, they do these like choreographer dance moves with each other.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just not dancers. They're very good singers. In fact, I could tell that these guys probably sing better live than those bands I just mentioned. Maybe that's their draw, is they're good-looking kids who can actually sing, and they really showcase worth singing live because you hear that live sound in their voice. I give them full credit for that. But they're not dancers, which is interesting. But that being said, because when you dance, you lose a lot of breath.
That's what I'm looking at here, is what outside of them singing is the draw here, because even you go back to the Beatles, which you can argue is the first boy band if you want to make that argument.
Same hysteria. I think it's the same hysteria according with these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the Beatles had a certain appeal though that you can go back to and go like, hey, the Beatles has this. I'm wondering what it is here. What is it about these guys that people go like, yeah, but you can go watch them in like, I don't know, 2050.
We won't. See,
we won't.
But they will. I get, because the New Kids on the Block, speaking of New Kids on the Block, who are like older than us. I think they're like older than we are.
Yeah.
They still tour. And people, ladies, women our age, see them live. So there's your answer.
Yeah.
They will still go because that's their youth. That's their childhood. So it's just flip it on its head. I'm not trying to be a One Direction supporter, and I'm not trying to like say Nathan. But it's important that we have different views. But my view is, I guess that the older I get, the less. I'm not saying you're doing this because I was very like, blah, 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 blah. But now I'm starting to recognize, well, of course, there's a fan base for this. Obviously, they sold 70 million albums and they 4 world tours that were the highest grossing tours at the time. Like, these guys were huge for a blip, for a moment. Now, Harry Styles, I think, is even more popular. I think he's just carried that Justin Timberlake. Now, how long is he going to last at the age of 28? I don't know. Is he going to be like Paul McCartney today, still touring at 78, 80? I don't know. But at the same time, he's done it. They've done it. They've reached Mount Everest, man. Mega millionaires, stars, fandom. Yeah. They've done it. Now, not my wheelhouse. We have one more song to get through.
We can do it. It's all right.
We appreciate, Brian, your support. Again, if you're trolling us, bravo. That's why I'm trying to balance this. Like, is he trolling us? I don't get it. We've also encouraged our listeners of our channel to give us things to challenge us, or it's just easy for us to always say, "Oh, that was amazing." I'm not blown away by these guys, but I understand the attraction. They can sing. They're good-looking kids. Girls love this crap. Are you kidding me?
I agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's all I'm saying. And my daughter and your daughters, if they went to the show, you'd be like, okay, have fun. I get it. Have fun.
Yeah. My daughters grew up around One Direction, and I mean, I don't know definitively, but I can say they weren't screaming and yelling.
Well, not everyone was. They didn't have 7 billion fans, but they had millions. They did have a large following, but yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, one more to go.
One more to go. All right. Well, see you in the next one.